Here is the Avast Security News Roundup for the week ending July 23rd, 2021. Instagram finally gives users sensitive content control. This week, parent company Facebook announced that it was rolling out sensitive content control on Instagram, a filter to limit the amount of potentially upsetting content that the platform suggests to users in the Explore tab. Users are encouraged to click on the Explore tab when they want to discover other interesting accounts they do not yet follow. The types of accounts and content on Instagram varies greatly. The platform considers sexually suggestive or violent content to be sensitive. We believe people should be able to shape Instagram into the experience that they want, Facebook wrote in the announcement. Instagram does not allow hate speech, bullying, or any content that might present a risk of harm, but some of the allowed content may still be somewhat disquieting to certain users. The new sensitive content control feature allows those users to ensure they will not be presented with anything potentially upsetting. A nasty Linux System D security bug has been revealed. A vulnerability in Unit deserialized of System D allows an attacker to supply arbitrary state across System D re-execution via notify access. This can be used to improperly influence System D execution and possibly lead to root privilege escalation. Affected releases are System D versions up to and including 239. Successful exploitation of this newest vulnerability enables any unprivileged user to cause a denial of service via a kernel panic. The attack can be done by a local attacker mounting a file system on a very long path. This causes too much memory space to be used in the System D stack, which results in a system crash. That's the bad news. The good news is that Red Hat product security and System D's developers have immediately patched the hole. If your distro is affected, patch it as soon as possible. The FTC unanimously backs your right to repair your own devices. Following an executive order from President Biden on 7/22/21, the Federal Trade Commission voted unanimously to adopt a new policy designed to support the growing right to repair movement. The FTC says it will also scrutinize repair restrictions for violations of the antitrust law that may violate the Sherman Act or promote monopolistic practices. On top of that, the FTC says it also plans to examine what kind of repair restrictions are unfair and will analyze any material claims made to purchasers in order to determine if these practices are in violation of the law. And as a matter of practice going forward, the FTC claims it will use an interdisciplinary approach to use more resources and a wider range of expertise to better tackle unlawful repair restrictions, both federally and at the state level with help from local officials. The FTC has a range of tools it can use to root out unlawful repair restrictions, and today's policy statement would commit us to move forward on this issue with new vigor. It remains to be seen how big tech companies like Apple, Microsoft, Samsung, and others will respond to the FTC's new policies. Hackers trick Windows Hello facial recognition technology. By using just 2 photos, white hat hackers were able to bypass Windows Hello facial recognition tech and unlock a user's system. The Windows Security Gate uses an infrared sensor to identify a user's face, so all the hackers had to do was manipulate a USB webcam to deliver the images they needed, and the system was fooled into thinking the owner's face was present. We created a full map of the Windows Hello facial recognition flow and saw that the most convenient for an attacker would be to pretend to be the camera, because the whole system is relying on this input, said one of the hackers. Microsoft has already patched the vulnerability. For more, see Wired. Venmo removes global social feed. As part of several updates that Venmo announced this week, the controversial global social feed that allows anyone to see the details of everyone else's payments will be removed from the money transfer platform as part of our ongoing efforts to continually evolve the Venmo platform while staying true to the heart of the Venmo experience. We are removing the global feed, and the Friends feed is now the only social feed that will appear in the app, the company posted in a blog. Other changes to the app include easier navigation, an option to pay with up to 4 kinds of cryptocurrency, and expanded privacy controls. The company says the updated features will be rolling out over the next 2 weeks. The TSA issues a second security directive to pipelines. Earlier this week, the Transportation Security Administration, a branch of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, issued a second security directive to owners and operators of critical pipelines that transport hazardous materials. The initial security directive was issued in May following the Colonial Pipeline attack. It required pipeline operators to report cyber incidents to CISA, designate a cybersecurity coordinator, review security practices, and identify any remediation measures that need to be addressed. The second directive requires pipeline owners to implement specific mitigation measures, develop a recovery plan, and conduct a cybersecurity architecture design reviews. And that wraps up this week's Avast Security News Roundup. Stay safe, stay secure. I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.